What's up, OTT Sports Network? Back on the air. It feels like it's been forever.
I didn't recognize you, Harry.
3 weeks or something since Vail. Been on the road, on the tour, not being able to get to the rinks, but back here down at Family Sports Center to take on Littleton Black, your Arapahoe Pee Wee A Navy taking the ice. Harry Haviland alongside Brian Bodine, the OTT Sports Network, back up on the air. I'm excited. It's been, like I said, it's been forever.
Yeah, I think I might have forgotten how to do it, Harry. It's like,
I was having problems plugging the mics in, and maybe they can't even hear us right now.
Well, you tried to plug the mic into the iPad, but the iPad wasn't actually even there.
Yeah, so
it was weird. I was like, wait, what's this guy doing?
We got it sorted. We're ready to go. The Littleton team seems to be excited.
Oh
They're banging on board.
They're excited.
We're underway. Straight back on there. Jack Graham starting in the net for your Warriors. We're getting everybody sorted out here. That's Foster line out there with Fredette and Manic, as far as I can remember. It's going to be Weber out there. Kolchevsky on the point. Breaking it out of their own zone. Backhanded up there by Foster. Picked back by Fredette. Foster chasing it down. Icing is waved off it. That one was tipped up. Littleton first back to it. Coming off the bench. Manic keeping that one in at the blue line. Foster. That wasn't Manic. It was McGowan. It's an M in the name there somewhere. Like I said, it's been 3 weeks. I'll get it figured out. Bevan tips that one in across the blue line, chasing it down. Now is Haviland on the forecheck. Forcing that play back out to the point to Bevan. She dumps it back in for Haviland behind the net. Littleton picking up the puck behind their own goal. Spun around. And Popovic comes back out. Backhand to McGowan in front of the scorekeeper's bench. Haviland takes a swing at it. Big block there by Popovic as he goes down. Out to the point. That's offside. The ref sees it just at the same time as we all start screaming. And we are into this game. 12:41 left to go on this first period clock.
Wow, Harry, it took you a minute or so, but I think you found your spark already. It didn't take you long.
Are we back? Are we back? I'm feeling it. It feels good. I don't have much of a voice. I was on a little bit of a tour here for the last couple of days, been traveling around. Littleton Hawks back at their own blue line, working their way up. This team is fourth in the standings, I believe.
I heard they were second.
Are they second?
Yeah.
I thought White was second.
Oh, okay.
And then there's a Rampage team up there too. So, but it is tight in the races. Your Warriors, of course, are the #1 seed in the league right now. Haviland back off the board. Popovic racing across, tries to get it back to Haviland. Swings back around. Bodine with them on that, and then Littleton coming the other way. Getting the offensive zone on their backhand, walking the way through. Putting that one wide. Whoa, loose puck in front, picked back up by Bodine.
Oh.
Canterbury and Bodine fighting against the boards for it. Centering out to the top of the circles. And Canterbury backhands that one into the Littleton player. Caught up behind the net. That one comes all the way outside the zone here, giving a chance for the Warriors to get set back up. Littleton kicking this one in across the blue line. Right back out by DeLu Castillo at center ice. Getting it across the blue line. Stewart kicks a body there and then back over to DeLu. Stewart off the boards to himself. Speedy Littleton player back there on defense, gets in on top of it. Gets pushed off the puck by Castillo, but then Littleton's right there to get it off the blade of Manic. Right back over to Castillo, trying to split around the defense.
Here we go.
Takes a wide shot. Puck still loose in front. Rebound, unable to control that. And Castillo puts a body up against the boards as he's fighting to keep this one in.
Oh, that's a good play there, Harry.
Spins it around the far side for Stewart. Held in there nicely at the blue line. Castillo walking his way in. Shot. Held onto by the Littleton goaltender. The Hawks are going to hang on to that one. 10:44 left to go here. First period's been furious already.
That was a little bit of pressure on with our team there, Harry. I felt like it was very lopsided with the Hawks that first couple minutes, but then I think that was a wonderful shift by our Warriors, kind of evening that ice out.
They are. They're in there for the offensive draw now. Foster winning that one straight back out to the point. Lauber with the shot. That one gets blocked into the corner. Another
Oh, look at
opportunity, takes it again.
Oh,
in front, loose, pump. Still banging
Oh.
around in there. They can't find the rebound.
This is more like it, Harry.
Foster backpedaling into the corner, making that pass over to Fredette. Kicking it on the far side for Weber and looking to make that pass into Fredette. It gets blocked. Littleton can't clear the zone here. The pressure all from the Warriors right now. Out to the far side. That one gets tipped past Lauber. And Kolchevsky's going to have to come racing back in. He wins that foot race, taps it out to Fredette, who's trying to clear the blue line. Backhanded out and cleared. The Hawks have it at center ice. Pass it up to the far right wing. Weber knocks that right back out into center ice. They clap it back in. That's going to be an offside.
Oh, that should have been an ice, I think, right? Wasn't he behind that red line too?
It was going to be an icing. That line's been waved off the icing, but they got him on the offside, so they're going to bring it out here.
How do they make that call, Harry? If it's an offsides and it's an ice, which one takes precedence? Do you know? Do you know how that works?
I
actually don't.
Well, that's not a real rule, right? Because typically you can't have both in.
That's a fair point.
Unless you're in this USA hockey.
Oh, we got a special guest entering our box up here.
Popovic on the back check now, coming in against McGowan. Takes the player's glove off on his way down. He's got to go back and pick that one up. McGowan and Popovic behind the net. Tipping that one ahead to Beaudin. Beaudin clearing his own zone, has Haviland up ahead of him. Backhands it over to Popovic. And that just sneaks in across the blue line. It's going to come all the way 5. I don't know what that rep's signaling, but we've again got the three official system going on here.
They're not going to miss anything today, Harry.
We hope not. Popovic dumps that back over to Bevan, who puts it up off the boards to Beaudin. He's battling right down below the press box here, and then that one gets kicked in deep. Icing waved off as Popovic chases it down. Littleton up off the far boards, jumps over Haviland's stick.
Oh.
It comes outside the zone. Beaudin back checking now on it. Popovic steps in to help him out there. Beaudin up off the boards. Drop back to Popovic, who leaves it for McGowan behind his own net. Graham McGowan building up speed up to Haviland at center ice. Spins. He didn't see that Beaudin was headed off to the bench here. Haviland puts it off the far boards. Now he's chasing it in there as his line mates are changed up. Bevan holding at the point. Back over to Stewart now, who's on the ice. Bevan keeping it in.
Uh-oh.
Jumps over and coming around 2-on-1 the other way. Stewart racing back. McGowan forcing the player wide. Picked back up by Stewart. Centered out to Castillo. Stewart now trying to figure out how to get it off the boards. Up to Castillo at center ice. Castillo goes around one. He's got 2 more to beat. He's building up steam coming across the blue line, taking this one wide down the right wing. Backhand into center. And the Littleton players deflected into the corner and out of their own zone. DeLue dumps that one in, and that's going to be an offside call against the Warriors. 7:48 left to go here. First period action is great.
It's great, Harry. I like what I'm seeing. I think the Warriors look good. A little sluggish there to begin with, but I definitely think they're showing more pressure, more aggression than this Littleton team.
This is not going to be an easy team to face. Manick back to Castillo, tipping that into Stewart. Walking in, has Manick with him.
Ooh.
The goalie hangs onto it. No rebound to be found. I like the way they're talking here. You see they're communicating in between whistles. They're chatting up. They're talking about where they want to be positioned, what they're going to try and do. This team does a really good job of cycling the puck in the offensive zone. It's only been getting better. Into the corner, Manick. That one gets knocked back around by the Hawks. Ooh, lets it jump outside. It's Stewart back to DeLue. They fight for it. Stewart is going to be the one with it. Tipping that ahead to Manick, who just kicks it up over the blue line. Castillo almost had a piece of that at the high slot. Now he's chasing this one in on the forecheck as it comes around the boards, and Manick and DeLue are looking for it. That comes across again. Dump back into Castillo. He's coming in, looking to take the shot. Oh, and he fires that one just wide. Missing the far post and off the boards. He's got the rebound now. In with Fredette behind the net in the offensive zone. Fredette slipping away from the pile with it. Loses that one to the Hawks, and they make that lead pass out. Coming against DeLue, goes around DeLue, he's swinging and falling. Cannonberg coming back, getting the twig on it and knocking it into the corner. Pushing in deep here now, Littleton trying to get some offense happening on their side. Weber trying to get this one out. He slips on that slippery ice surface that it is and dumps it back in for Cannonberg. Around the far boards to Fredette. Trying to get this one out. Littleton keeping the pressure on inside the blue line. Foster now dumps that across to Weber. Foster racing up the far left side. He's going to take this one in wide. Loses it in the skates of the defender who tips that back up. Weber keeping that in, gets the shot off on the goalie's side, covering up on that one. For another whistle with 6 minutes left to go in this 0-0 first period.
That was a good shot there. I like how he kept his composure and stayed right with it and got a nice snapshot off there, Harry.
Looking to do it again. Foster back over to Weber, kick out to the point to Lauber. Pass that one into Weber, shoots, and it's deflected in front into the corner. Kept in there, good effort by Fredette. Now Foster's up on top of it. Hawks working around the far side. They backhand it out. Lauber doing a great job at the point, keeping that one in. They sneak it across the blue line, but Fredette handles it. Putting it across over to here to Kolchevsky, who's going to push it up. Foster, who gets knocked off the puck, and then held in by Fredette at the blue line. Coming in one-on-one now, Hawks working their way through. Great job there by Kolchevsky. Just reading the deke the whole way. Weber with the pass out to Fredette. Eli Fredette racing in across the blue line, getting into the zone. He's going to get a shot off, and another save by the Littleton goaltender. Popovic. Banged it. Centering. Oh! Did that go through? No goal. It's caught up in the goalie's equipment somewhere. Popovic went looking for it.
Was that Weber again? I think that was two great quick shots by Weber there. That was great. Quick decision, just shoots. A lot of these kids, you know, stick handle 3 or 4 times, then shoot. That was great work there by Weber.
Get those pucks on net. Popovic into the corner. They backhand it around the far side as Haviland was coming in. Bevan's going to try and stand up on the blue line with this one. She keeps it in right over to Bodine. Barrett in front to Kai, who just missed that one. Now Haviland's got to chase it into the far corner. Center back out to Bodine, held in at the blue line there. McGowan holding his ground up there. And now it comes out the other way. Bevan backpedaling. Gets a stick on that. Great job by Annie Bevan coming back onto that play. Trying to go around McGowan. He gets it up off the boards over to Haviland. He tips it off. Now Barrett Bodine has a chance. He picks that back up off the mistake of the defenseman.
Good body
Bodine
there.
still has it. Popovic into the far corner.
Good body against
Backhand
that
up
bigger
off,
kid
and
there.
Popovic knocks his man down for fun. Off the boards, kept in there again by McGowan.
Uh-oh.
Can't get this one. They do get it out. Popovic now back checking.
No.
They've got somebody coming in wide. Bevan goes down. They break the play up. Centering puck comes all the way across the ice. Held in at the blue line here. Shot goes off McGowan's back.
Bowling.
They're running into each other a couple of times out there.
What on earth is that?
Knockdown here, and Littleton coming in from the far side, looking wide in front. Big save there by Graham. McGowan now going for a walk with this through center ice. McGowan still has it. Carrying this in, he's 1-on-5 as everybody else is changing up in a gray jersey. Out to the point, goes over Castillo's stick.
That's an overcommit there.
DeLue does a good job right back out to McGowan at center ice. Skating back in the other way, makes a pass over to Stewart. Little juke in him.
Gotta look up for that guy in the center.
Had Castillo going towards the net. He juked over to the left instead. Now Maddox chasing it down behind the net. Out to Castillo. Ooh! Oh, he couldn't get the shot off. Gets it.
Oh my goodness!
One up off the goalie's glove and behind the net.
That's 3 in the football games there, Harry.
They turn. They get that one out. DeLue's got a player behind him. Now he's got to chase him back. Littleton coming in. Can't get that shot off. Great stick there by Crew DeLue. Canterbury in behind his own net. Breakout pass out to center ice. Stewart's going to stop for it. He has Castillo with him. Feeds that one into the slot a little bit ahead of the play, and it's knocked down by Littleton off the boards and out of the zone. Time winding down here. 2 minutes and 18 seconds left to go in this first period. Still 0-0 as the pass goes across to Castillo at the blue line, then pumped right back out by Littleton. Burdette working his way back in. He's keeping this one onside. Burdette gets bumped up against the boards, but does not give up on this play.
Stay with it. Gotta stay with it. Oh, you can't get bodied off of it like that. Stay with that puck. There you go.
Oh.
Takes out 3 guys.
There's 4 guys down on the ice. Now 3
of
them are in gray jerseys. Odd man rush the other way. Broken up there by DeLue and Canterbury. Spinning out of the corner is the Hawks trying to find their way up the front. Gets knocked down behind the net. No penalty on the call. Jumps out across the blue line and back out to center ice. Burdette, end of the play, coming across the offensive zone, and the linesman is gonna blow the whistle on that one, and they're gonna keep the clock running?
Yeah, that's what they do around here apparently.
They're just gonna keep that clock
running. I think I know who's on the clock there.
They
Let's see if we can zoom in on
24.
Who's running the clock. That's none other than Sarah Bodine. I'll have a talk with her later on about that.
It's just unacceptable
sometimes. Very unacceptable.
Burdette takes it off the body and then comes across the red line. Weaver checks up onside. Burdette backs off. He's going to peel off for a change, but chasing this one into the corner. Foster backing back around. He gets knocked off of it. And the Hawks are trying to set up behind their own end, looking for a breakout.
Good stick by little Bodine.
Great job there. And it comes out. Kolchevsky back over to Bodine. Or Weaver, sorry, Foster. Oh, they all look the same in those gray jerseys after 3 weeks of being off to me. And there's bodies flying everywhere today.
And it didn't help you just back from that mission trip detox, actually, did it?
Lobber behind his own net. Up against the boards, Foster trying to sneak his way through. Gets it over to Kolchevsky in the far corner. Kolchevsky, good drop back there to Lobber, who can't clear the zone, gets held in the blue line, and then tipped out to center ice. Weaver passing that one up. Could have been too many men, but the player was jumping over the boards just in time. Kolchevsky now behind his own net. Bodine to Popovic. Popovic coming through center ice, and that buzzer is going to tell us that this period is over. What a first period action-packed, Brian.
Crazy. That was crazy, Harry. And the fact that you stayed with that the whole time, it's like you took a breakfast ball right there in the first couple of minutes of announcing, and then you were just like right back at it like you didn't just come back from that mission trip. You're building houses down there, right? And helping the underprivileged?
We do what we can for the underprivileged in the jungle there. We built a few houses.
Okay.
I might have like licked a poisonous toad or something though. A bunch of it's blurry.
All right,
about what actually happened, but we had a lot of fun. Did some good for humanity.
We are at the first intermission, so let's highlight our spotlight player of the game is none other than Henry Cannonberg. Big defender, likes to walk the blue line, and that's probably why his favorite player is Cale Makar, walking the blue line like we see Cale Makar doing frequently. You're not going to believe this one. Guess who his favorite team is?
Not the Abs.
No.
What?
Yeah, he's up from your area.
Is he a Canucks fan or something?
No, the Ottawa Senators.
Ottawa Senators?
Yeah, trick question.
From my area, you know, like...
Well, it's all the same.
Vancouver, Ottawa, they're side by side. Us Canadians.
It's kind of like when you meet somebody from LA and you're from LA. Oh, did you know John Smith? It's like, well, there's 8 million people in LA, so no, I don't know John Smith.
There's not even that many people in Canada, though.
Anyway, some of his other favorites, he plays baseball. And a fun fact about him is he has he's one of 5 kids. He's the second youngest. So there's a little bit more about our spotlight player, Henry Cannonberg.
Back to action here. Second period underway. Haviland trying to get it in across the blue line. Hawks knock it back out to center ice. Right back over to Popovic. Does a little stick handling, and then Littleton picks it up. Swinging at it there is Bodine. He gets turned it around and out of the zone. Up off the boards, Popovic and Bodine right in on top of it. in front of Littleton bench fighting for it. Pavlovic scoots it ahead, but then it's ticked right back out there by the Littleton defenders. They make their way in through and stood up there nicely.
That's not a penalty. That is not a penalty.
Trip.
That's a terrible call. That's a good defensive move
He was standing there, but you know what? The ref has the final say in this, no matter what you and I say, and it's gonna be a penalty. Great defensive play there.
Try and go around him, and she just pushed him down. You see that every night in the NHL.
Player up.
Yeah, that's a terrible call. And this is where I feel like we've been dominating this game, and this is where it could go the wrong direction here.
13-17 left here in the second period. 2 minutes on the clock. 2-minute penalties now, okay? We never know until we get here what it's going to be. Tipped in front. Ben gets a piece of that. They find the rebound and end up burying one on the power play for Littleton.
Terrible. Should be embarrassed about that. I'm really disappointed about that sequence, Harry. I got to be honest with you. It's a bad penalty call, bad penalty kill. I didn't like any of that.
Quick job there by Littleton, making no mistakes. Only 8 seconds into that penalty, they capitalize. Now what they got to do is just come back and get this one back.
Yeah, you hope these kids come out pissed off. I'm pissed off.
Galuda Manic forcing his way into the zone, wrapping this one around. Stewart's going to chase it into the corner. Foster and Stewart battling up against the boards here, deep in the offensive zone. Canterbury's going to step into the play, shoots that one towards the net, loose puck. Foster trying to find that rebound, goes around the far side over to Kolmanek.
Oh my goodness.
Couldn't hold it in the blue line. That one came offside, but they're going to just let it go. And now the whistle is going to blow for an icing back the other way.
I think that's probably, Littleton's third shot on goal, and they scored. I just hate it when that happens, Harry.
They'll get it back here. We've got faith in this team. I think they've scored more goals in the third period than anything else.
That's a fair point.
This is no time to be waiting for that. Foster, Weber, and Fredette out there with DeLue and Cannonberg on D. Hard off the boards. The Hawks can't get it past Cannonberg. Kept in here, Weber with the shot, been loose in front, and he couldn't find it. Fredette had it right between his skates. Cannonberg holding it in the blue line, the Hawks get it out. Here comes the Littleton Hawks. Cannonberg getting that big twig on top of it again. They turn, dump it in. DeLue tipping this one all the way out of the zone. Icing waved off as that one was tipped, and Fredette's going into the corner. Back to Foster. Foster gets pinned up against the boards. Now it's up to Weber to come get it. Littleton just dumps that one in behind their twine, and now they're going to circle back out. Can't keep that one in. Up off the boards, back over to Weber. Trying to find it back to Lauber. Feeding it to Foster and then up out of there.
Seems like that could have been a penalty.
Looking for a call there. Even we got some T-Birds players up here that were making that call. 2-on-1 the other way, making that pass across. It jumps over to Littleton Hawks player's stick. All the momentum has shifted since that penalty and that power play goal here. Great move there by Lauber. Back up.
Come on, get the
out
break
of the
out.
zone. Couldn't find Beaudin, but Beaudain's got a foot race going on here. That's an interference call all day long right there.
Interference, but you just can't get. Oh my God, what a terrible play there! You can't get bodied off the puck like that, kid.
I'm sorry, that's interference if you want to.
Yeah, but he just didn't do anything.
Should've went around
got
him,
bodied
though.
off.
Whose
He's like
kid is
looking
that?
at it. I don't know. That kid needs to play with a lot more aggression than that. Got bodied off. He's like, I want to go play with my Pokemon cards after that push. I don't get it. You gotta want it. I just don't understand it. Terrible play by that defense, though, too. I agree.
Castillo, Beaudin, and Haviland on the wings. Haviland keeping it at the blue line, dumped out there by Littleton. Chasing him down as Beaudin going into. There we go with Bevan back on the play. Over to Beaudin, trying to clear this out. Can't get it out of there. Then he does. Back over to Haviland. He's at center ice. Feeds Castillo on the far side. Up off of his skate. Castillo breaking into the right wing trying to center this one, goes behind the net. Haviland can't get a grip on it. Now he has it on his backhand, trying to work his way through. Tips it back out to McGowan, who holds it in at the blue line. McGowan takes a weak shot in that's blocked there by the defender and dumped right back out. The Hawks coming out the other way. Takes a far long shot there. Graham with the big glove and then dumps that right back out. Haviland jumps it back over from McGowan. He had Bodine up on the far side here. Now Castillo's going to pick it up and walk his way across the blue line. Comes in, takes his shot right into the belly button of the goaltender.
He hit that X. He hit that X. We painted that X in the middle of the goalie's chest, and he got it, Harry.
Gotta see more shots on that net. I mean,
yeah,
this is making me a little nervous how much
if anything, you know, the kids at this level, they got to realize you put that shot on the ice, it's going to bounce off. You put it in the middle of those pads, it's just going to get sucked up like it's a beanbag.
Out to the point, Canterbury has it jump over his stick, and now Deleu's back on it. In his own zone, Deleu circling his way out, up the far boards, gets it up past Manick, and then now he's out there with Popovic and Stewart. Pop behind the net, over to Stewart, tries to flip it back over.
Oh, yes.
Manick into the circle. Oh, Stewart with a shot in front off the goalie's pad. Picks up his own rebound coming through the corner. And the Hawks try and feed this all the way across. Dump that one up and over. They're going to wave off icing. I don't know why they would do that, but they did. And it is back into the Warriors zone. One-time shot in front. That one goes wide. Manick in his own zone gets knocked down. Canterbury picks it up. Canterbury still has it at center ice, feeds it up to Popovic, who gains the blue line. Loses the handle on that one and goes into the corner where the Hawks are going to circle it behind their net. Out to the point, Canterbury keeps it in, turns, tipped in front, and it goes in! Wow, what a sequence that was!
What a sequence!
Kipped into the point, turned and put the pucks on net!
Yeah.
What were we just saying? You put the pucks on net,
put
what
the
happened?
pucks on net. I apologize to the viewers. I didn't have the camera turned in time, I don't think.
A couple of great deflections and tying this one up. 8:43 left to go in the second period. It's a 1-1 hockey game. Family Sports Center. Harry Haviland and Bodine on the call. OTT Sports Network with you here this Saturday afternoon. And we've got a hockey game, folks.
That was great.
Foster to Lauber, up to Weber. Gaining the blue line. Weber still has it. Foster on the backhand. Up off the boards. Lauber has it.
Boy.
Bounce there. And now it's 2-on-1 the other way. Coming back in on Kolcheski, making the pass across. Oh, good job there by Eli Fredette, getting back into the action. And that was just out of the reach of Foster as he was at center ice. Could have been a 2-on-1 the other way, but it gets dumped back in. Fighting for it at the blue line, coming out of the pile with the Hawks. They're walking across that blue line, pushing into the far corner by Fredette. Stuck out there by Foster, and Foster's going to clear the zone. As Weber up ahead of him, just puts it outside of his reach. Kicked in front, Weber in front, circled back through, couldn't find the 5-hole. The goalie on top of it.
That was a great save by that goalie.
He was looking to slide that one 5-hole, just missed it. Keeping this a 1-1 game.
This is that pressure we've been waiting for, Harry. This is a lot more like it.
Love to see it. The Hawks back there giving their goalie some props. Castillo winning that one. Manick back out to the point, back into Manick, and now Stewart behind the net. Ben Stewart circling back 2-on-1. He's still battling back over to Castillo. Can't walk his way out of the corner, and then the Hawks come out the other way. Stick by Kolcheski, and then Lauber's back on top of it. Lauber bustling his way into the corner. Player goes down. The coaches are looking for a call. The ref's not going to give him one. That one comes back out to center ice and then turned around quickly by the Hawks. Walking their way through, stuck down there. Lauber with it, has Manick and Stewart with him. Castillo on the drop, back over to Stewart into the corner. Working his way through, Stewart still has it. Backhand in front, Manick trying to flip that one up. I don't know, the goalie got a piece of it or a player. Back under the point, Lauber misses on that one-timer. And the Hawks coming the other way. Bevan's the only player back. They take the shot. Graham sees it the whole
good
way,
save.
gloves it down, hanging on to it to keep this 1-1 with 6:49 left to go in the second period.
You know, I'm surprising me on that. Lauber's your favorite guy to have back there on the blue line. He's had a couple like that. He's a little, I think he's close. He missed those 2 shots. He's got to be thinking to himself on the bench, I'm close to one of those blue line rippers. I think we're going to see one before this game's over.
I'm looking forward to it. I can promise you that. Back out to the point here. One blocked shot. Bodine with it. Just outside of Haviland's reach. They turn and dump that back in, but it's going to be offside called and brought all the way back down. They're going to make it an intentional offside here.
Oh, well, you never see that call around here, Harry.
It's pretty rare, but this ref's wearing his extra thick glasses today. He saw that one the whole way.
He did not just get back from a mission trip, helped him in the Governor privilege. He saw that very clearly.
He did. Pop at center ice with Haviland and Bodine. Controlled by Littleton off the draw. They go off the boards in front of the Warriors bench. Popovic picks it up the loose puck at center. Puts that ahead of Haviland. Now Popovic's racing behind the net to go look for it. Haviland gets a little piece of it up, and McGowan keeps it in. Right back over to Popovic. Oh, trying to do a little toe drag mission there. And it ends up going the other way, 3-on-2. Taking a shot, Bevan with the block on that, and then McGowan picking it up behind his own net.
Got some space.
Finds Popovic at center ice. He just can't go through all 3. With the dive there. Oh, great effort by Noah Popovic to come back on the blue line. I would have given it to him.
You got to give him that for the effort.
A for effort, but O for offside. 5:57 left to go here in the second period.
You almost got all 5 vowels in that one, dude. Three. Give me an E-I and a U. You got them all.
E-I-O. Here we go. One back to DeLue. It's on the right side of the red line, dumps that across. Weber couldn't find the bouncing action as it gets turned back the other way. They just step in and take a shot from outside the blue line. DeLue gets it off the backboards. Feeds it up and not all the way out of the zone. Picked up by Fredette. He's got one guy to beat. Fredette coming racing in the right wing. Fredette still with the backhand attempt. And he buries it! Scores! Just like that.
I thought he ran out of room over there on the left side, but he stayed with it. The patience was impressive. He stayed with it, he waited, and he shot backhand, and he scored. That was nice.
Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. He puts that one in. The Warriors take their first lead of the game with 5:31 left to go in the second period.
You can hear Foster screaming. You can hear him cheering. Or scream. I don't know if he's cheering or instructing. I actually don't know what's going on over there.
He didn't instruct properly as Devin lost that one at center ice, and now the Warriors are backpedaling into their own corner. DeLue over to Fredette, up off the boards. Fredette trying to do the same thing. Can't quite clear it out of the zone. Hand pass in there, but DeLue's going to touch it first.
Another way?
Backhand around to Cannonberg, past him over to Weber. Weber feeding Foster at center ice. He has Castillo on the far side, or Fredette on the far side, sorry. Foster going around one. Foster circling around, couldn't get the puck onto the goaltender.
Got it close.
Cannonberg keeping this one into the blue line. Weber dancing around, gets a shot off. Goalie comes sliding across to hit that one up.
With that quick shot. That's the 3rd one I've seen of those today. Man, those are good. You don't usually see that at this level, actually. Those good quick shots, and don't think, just shoot. That's great.
Get them to the net, and you never know what's gonna happen. Now it's Castillo out there with Stuart and Manick. Kolchevsky and Lauber on the point. One there by Littleton. Kept in by Stewart. Back over to Manick and out of the zone. Kolchevsky getting a stick on it. Putting it off the scorekeeper's box and then dumped in deep there by the Hawks. There is a pace to this hockey game, I can tell you that.
Danger. Oh, good close. Oh, no.
Steele loses it in front. Graham steers that one aside. Lauber with the backhand around the far end to Manick. Trying to get this one out. Littleton keeping it in. Backhand into the point and then dumped into the far side. Lobber lifting the stick. Out to the point, but not all the way. Graham just trying to tip that one away.
Oh my God.
That guy's going to get pushed out of there pretty quick. He took a couple extra pokes. His bodies pile up there as his game continues to intensify. Cooler heads prevail, and we're going to have a defensive zone face-off here for your Warriors. Into the corner, trying to get this one out. Stewart off of his skates, over to Castillo. They get back on side.
Oh my goodness.
Castillo absolutely
Trucks
ran.
that guy.
That was not on purpose, though. That was just two players coming together. I'm glad to see he got up and he was okay.
That's
because
like,
I guarantee you I would not have gotten up from that.
That's called wrong
Stewart
place,
into the
wrong
offensive
time.
zone. He's trying to find Manick on the far side. Now Stewart in behind the zone. Lobber holding it into the blue line. Back to Castillo. Flipping that one in. Littleton turns, finds the guy at center ice. Bevan's there to collect that one. Up off the boards, Bevan. Tipped over. Haviland can't get through three players at center. Beaudain's going to be able to do it, though. He's still up along the boards for it. Tries to feed Haviland. Goes between his legs and behind him. Hawks get this one out all the way back into the zone. No icing on the call, and Bevan's behind her own net. Little under 3 minutes left to play in this 2-1 second period.
Goodness.
McGowan loses that to the Hawks.
Goodness.
Stick handle around. Beaudain can't get that one out. Dumped right back in. Popovic now chasing it. He's with McGowan in the corner. McGowan puts it around on the far side. Haviland backing up into the zone for it. There's going to be a penalty here against McGowan.
McGowan?
Is it going against McGowan?
I think it's going against
Littleton. Going against Littleton. I thought that was against McGowan there, but Littleton touches up and their player goes to the box there. He's not happy about it. He's throwing his stick around in the...
Sounds like me after that shitty interference call at that last play here. Excuse me for those viewers. I forgot we're PG-13. I like our chances here. Got a good line out there.
Here.
Yeah.
This is the power play opportunity that they're looking for. 2 minutes up on the clock, 2:37 left to go here in the second period. There's going to be Popovic centering Haviland and Beaudain, McGowan and Bevan at the point. Popovic has it back to Haviland, who gets it to McGowan.
Oh my God.
Littleton coming back in. They take the shot. McGowan back blocks that one.
Oh. It'll take some time. We got an extra
Haviland has the puck, has some time with it. Dumps it up in the middle of the ice. What is he doing? Out to Popovic on the far side. Trying to get control of this one.
Oh.
Can't get it through. Haviland breaks up that play. He's got an opportunity with it. He gets dumped, and there's going to be
another penalty.
There's going to be a penalty against Littleton. Here we're going to see some 5-on-3. As a Littleton player took Haviland down to the knees and dumped over top of him, but I don't know about that one.
Yeah, Popovic was going after somebody. I didn't know quite what was going on, but kids were chirping, talking. You got to capitalize on this 5-on-3.
5-on-3 for 1 minute and 30 seconds here right now.
That first 5-on-4 was pathetic. Let's hope that they can do a little better with this 5-on-3. I haven't been impressed with these Warriors power play all year. I got to be quite honest with you.
Something has to happen here. Foster, Weber, and Fredette get the call. Other with Cannonberg and DeLue. Back out to the point as planned. DeLue with the shot. That one's blocked into the corner. Trying to clear this one out. Fredette doesn't let him. Then Littleton flips that out.
Just don't
They're
get
gonna
it.
Put their hand up for icing, but it's not going to make it. Cannonberg's got to turn in his own zone. 1:13 left on this 5-on-3. Cannonberg carrying this through. Carrying this all the way in. Henry Cannonberg keeping on top of this puck. Spins back around. Centering pass to Fredette. Fredette with the shot! And
Score! That's a little more like
how
it.
you do it on a 5-on-3.
That's a little more like it.
Great pass there. Good work by Cannonberg, bringing that one all the way in. Finding Fredette in front. He carries his second one.
Our spotlight player said, hey, I know they're talking about me up in the booth. I want to show them why I'm the spotlight player today. And he sure did, Harry. That was a little more like it.
We've still got another minute and 33 seconds to go on a 5-on-4.
You can hear Foster screaming his head off over
He's
there.
getting intense
Oh,
over
he
there.
is. He is. If Devin doesn't win this draw, he might not get served those potatoes tonight. I don't know.
Ref having a conversation there over with the Littleton bench, just making sure I think that the penalties are all sorted out and the timing's right. We've got ourselves a 3-1 hockey game here, folks, if you're just tuning in.
Let me get back to that power play. So here, when they had that 5-on-4, I felt like every kid's trying to skate it in himself, stick handle around 4 guys. There's no puck movement on our power play. That time you had Cannonberg bring it in, kind of looked, he lost the puck a little bit, regained control, looked, put his head up, passed to the middle, and scores. That's how it's supposed to be. It's not, when power play doesn't mean, hey, I'm going to try and skate through 4 guys instead of 5 guys. It means we've got an extra guy. Let's move the puck and find that open guy. Isn't that what that means, Harry?
100% in agreement with you on that one, Brian. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on over there. Their coaches are now having a little bit of a conversation in the penalty box area. Not sure what's going on, but we got to get going here. Do you have any idea what they're doing over there?
I don't know. I haven't even put a trivia question up there they could be discussing. I don't know what they're talking about over there.
It's been 3 weeks. We're just getting back into the groove. We'll figure out some trivia and some fun facts and everything else. It has been a while. We've got 2 games tomorrow, though. 2 big ones. Yes, they are exhibition, but they are against Vale Navy.
Yeah.
Vale Navy is the team that we beat to win our tournament, and they beat us to win theirs.
And it couldn't be more even. We've got 1 win, 1 loss, and 1 tie. And you were exactly right. Each winning the home tournament. It's a very competitive matchup.
They are a good squad. Looking forward to that. 9:40 tomorrow morning, and then just time for a quick beer in between, and we're going to be back on the ice at 1 o'clock. First one's here, and the second one's at South Sub. So hopefully everybody can make it out to the rink. If not, you know where we're going to be, right here on the microphones with you, in your living rooms, on your yachts, and in your spaceships. Harry Havlin, Brian Beaudin, the OTT Sports Network, with you worldwide. Thank you for tuning in once again. And always, we're happy to be back here with you. Looking forward for the rest of this Warriors season.
I see. We've even got 2 viewers calling in from that big sphere in Vegas. Harry, they're watching us from all over the place.
They got us on the big screen in Vegas today. I just seeing that now. That is amazing. For that centering pass goes over Foster. Lauber keeping it in. He's stepping in from the blue line.
Yeah, there you go. Look, I like this.
Pass back to Weber. They're setting up just like Brian was talking about. Still have the man advantage here for another 32 seconds on the clock. Keeping this in. Trying to make that drop pass there. Lauber missed Weber on it, and now the Hawks kick it out of the zone. Kolchevsky keeps it on the right side of the red line, right back over to the Hawks. Centering pass. Foster up to Fredette.
He's looking for his third.
Looking for his hat. He can't force his way into the front of the net. Weber keeps it into the corner. Fredette
stay with that
lifts
puck.
his stick out to the point. Kolchevsky now with it. They flip that out of the zone and kill off.
That's a pretty good play there.
Back to 5-on-5 hockey here now. Up off the boards and not all the way out. Foster does manage to flip that one out. He gets an elbow to the head and then turns and dumps a puck in deep. Chasing it down is Stewart, going in behind the net with only 17 seconds left to go in this second period. The Hawks feeding their way out, gets it off the boards. Right back over to Castillo, trying to tip this one up over to Stewart. Stewart finds a loose puck in front. Stewart with the shot and a save and a goal! With 2.5 seconds left to go in the period. Then Stewart finds his way to the front of the net and puts it home.
That's a hard-working goal. I had a chance to catch up with Sean in the bar earlier today. He had a friend visiting. Kylie showed up with their younger one too. That is dazzling. The parents, the fans, and everybody that came here to watch Finn Stewart score that goal. That was fun to watch, Harry.
4-1 now at the end of the second period. I don't see much happening here in the next 2.5 seconds, but this team will never stop amazing me.
That's more like it. That's the
Flipping that
period.
one into the corner, and it's over. The second period, that is.
That
There's
is,
still
yeah.
a lot of hockey left to play, though. These are two great teams. You never know what's going to happen. I'm going to keep cheering for the guys in the gray jersey, though, if you don't mind.
This is a little more like what we expected, Harry. I feel like the award. Enough of the small talk. You know what time it is. This is the second intermission.
Is it? Is it time?
It's time for the Scott Foster fun fact. You're not going to believe this one.
I'm excited.
I had a time to, I was in the trainer room with Terry Bevan. We were both working with the trainer, getting some massage, getting some kinks worked out. The other night after practice, his car broke down. He didn't know what to do. You're not going to believe this one. Guess who was there?
I'm going to guess it was Scott Foster.
Well, he wasn't actually.
What?
He had already left. Terry called him up. He had just left the rink. He spun back around, came back. He pulled up next to him. He opened the hood. He took some stuff out. Terry's looking like, I hope he can get this thing back together like Humpty Dumpty, right? So the short of the story is he wasn't able to fix the